Exactly. They don't want to have any controversy in the outcome of this ball game. I think that's the fairest thing to do, is kick the ball again. I didn't see McDonald put his knee down. Of course, that's what the call had to be once the official called the play dead. So Norristown will have to re-kick. So Mike Denzi set to kick once again. Denzi with the same kind of a kick, taken by one of the up men, fumbled once again. Norristown all over the place, so Upper Merion will take over at their own 35-yard line.
Come on, dude!
Clock is running. Perubin's going to hand off to Rodenbaugh. This time Rodenbaugh's got some running room. Upfield, finally brought down by Tom Friday and Nate Balknight. That was a fine run that time by Jim Rodenbaugh off left tackle.
Of course, Rodenbaugh's gained over 500 and some yards this season. He's a good running back out there for Upper Merion. They've had a slew of good running backs the last 3 or 4 years. It seems every year when one graduates, Rich Como just puts another one in his place. This year, of course, John Kelly. Last year, Bob DeRico gained 1,000 along with Kelly. A couple years ago, Mark Bailey, who's now at University of Pittsburgh. Just an incredible string.
Perubin with a quick snap. Back to pass this time. He looks to McDonald. McDonald's got the ball. Toby Tolliver, there's a lateral that time. Well, obviously, that was a set play. Toby Tolliver was all over Chris McDonald, but he managed to make the lateral with the number 14 Rodenbaugh, who gained 6 or 7 extra yards. Of course, Coach Como pulling out all the stops here with only 3 minutes remaining in the ball game.
What a play that was. I'll tell you, McDonald, one slip, and that's it. The ball's gone, you know?
Well, that's a game breaker, you know, if you can complete it. But, of course, Upper Merion is going to have a lot of those with less than 3 minutes.
I have to say they don't have much of a chance, unfortunately, for if you're an Upper Merion fan right now.
Perubin's got the time. Over the middle this time. Finally brought down by number 79, Jeff Reinhardt, it looked like. No. Perubin is hurt out there. The reception was made by number 83, Bob DeGinto. And Perubin is down. I believe he was hit by Jeff Reinhardt. I don't know who made the tackle on the play, but Perubin is down and he's hurt. There was that defensive pressure put on by Norristown, I believe. I believe someone hit him. I was watching the pass play.
Well, I think, let's see, it was Jeff Reinhardt and 76 Damon Davenport that were breaking through and forcing Perubin down in the pack. It wasn't a late hit or anything. It was just their momentum carried them into it. Dan Perubin, only a junior. He started since his second game in his sophomore year. I'll tell you, he's a good quarterback. Of course, Upper Merion doesn't go to their passing attack that much, but he's shown something today. He has a pretty good arm.
That's true. So with 2:41 remaining in the ball game, we've seen a lot of injuries today. We've seen a lot of players down, indicative of the hard hitting and tough play that's going on down there on the field.
And I think the cold weather is attributed to a lot of that too, because it changes the whole outlook of the game. Those hard hits are magnified by the intensity of the cold weather. I mean, it hurts.
Okay. See you later.
I just want to know, how do the cheerleaders manage to stay down there in those short little uniforms? I mean, they must be freezing.
Well, the sun's out today. We don't get the sun in the press box. They do. Maybe it's warmer down there. I don't know.
Yeah, a whole 40 degrees.
Okay, McDonald in a quarterback now, replacing Perubin. The ball goes up the middle to Koresko. Gain of about 4 on the play. Make it 3rd down and 2 to go. McDonald's going to keep it this time on the rollout on the left side. He's got people fooled. He's got some blocking out there. Gets by Nate Balknight, who finally pushes him out of bounds. Flag on the play. They're going to call Ted Paspa for a late hit, I think.
That's definitely what it is. Pass went right into McDonald when McDonald was way out of bounds already. Just a very poor choice that time by Pasva.
A little over-eager that time was Ted, so we've got 1:49 left to go in the game. That's what the call is. It's a personal foul against Norristown. So Upper Merion with an opportunity to get on the board once again, but I don't know if that'll make any difference in the final outcome of this ball game.
I lost a set of keys going in there now. Come on, Norristown.
Perubin back in at quarterback now after that break in the action. Kelly in motion. Perubin's going to keep the ball himself. He's looking to pass the ball. Goes deep in the end zone for Daney. Now it's knocked away. Perubin really with nowhere to go on that last play. Lofted the ball into the end zone. Daney was surrounded though. Dave Elsier, Toby Tolliver, Rick Waldrop all in there on the coverage. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 to go. And that 2nd down and 9 is goal to go for a touchdown. Perubin, little pressure this time. He gets it up in the air. Toby Tolliver on defense, tips it away. Was that ball caught? No, incomplete. The pass was intended for number 7, Chris McDonald. Toby Tolliver tipped the ball into the air, and it was almost brought down by McDonald. So we have 3rd down and 9 now for Upper Merion. 1:34 remaining in the ball game. And of course the score is Norristown 32, Upper Merion 14. We have a timeout, Upper Merion on the field.
I got all the scores.
Well, Coach Como out there doesn't want to blow any more opportunities here. It's 3rd down and 9. Not much time left in the ball game, and the Vikings down by 18 points. They need 3 touchdowns. You can't say it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely.
I'll tell you, this is the 2nd time Norristown has come up into this Thanksgiving Day game. Back in 79, they broke a 22-game winning streak for Upper Merion. And now this year, the Upper Merion comes in once again unbeaten, and they're going to go down to defeat to the hands of Norristown once again.
Well, Norristown has, I think, passed the test that the people have set for them. They had William Tennant, they had Abington with their Suburban 1 National League title on the line, and they had this game for bragging rights of the entire area, and I think they've come through with shining well down onto the field. Perubin's got time. He's hit by Ken Lockhart. Ken Lockhart and Delbert Chabot. It's a forward pass, incomplete, not a fumble, folks.
2nd sack today.
It's Kenny's 2nd big play there. So it's 4th down and 9, and of course Upper Merion will go for the points.
Well, that's where he came around. That was the sack. Another interesting tidbit. You know, since Rich Como has taken over the Vikings program back in '77, they've gone 52, 11, and 1, and since '78, they've gone 48 and 6. Right? Two of the 6 losses come to Norristown. This is going to be number 3 now.
Perubin around the left side, 4th down. He gets rid of it. No, it's knocked away by Rick Waldrop. Well, that's it, folks. That was 4th down. Norristown will take over, and they're going to run the clock out. They're ahead 32-14 with 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining.
You're not going to sing like Danny Don does, do you? Are you?
No, I don't sing Turn Out the Lights.
Thank goodness.
I've got a cold. I can't do it. I would sing.
You're very lucky, folks, that he has a cold.
Very lucky that he made it today.
That's right. 2 quarters of me is bad enough. Can you imagine 4 quarters? Poor fans. I
don't think anybody can imagine 4 quarters of Allen Raleigh.
That's enough, Jeff. Wait till basketball.
Wait till basketball season. That's right. Of course, the Norristown Area School District brings you these ball games. and the Norristown area basketball team. Both boys and girls will be on the Norristown Access Channel during the winter season. Joe Vereen in at quarterback for Rich Melito. Vereen takes the ball on the keeper, and he surges forward for about 2 yards. That's all Norristown wants to do is run out the clock. I don't even think Upper Merion's going to bother with calling the ritual timeouts. Might as well just let the clock run down.
This might be the first game all season that it doesn't take 10 minutes to play the last minute and a half.
Come on, Norristown.
Joey Vereen gives it off to Wayne Denson this time. Wayne up the middle. All right, so make it second down and 2 yards. Second down and and the Upper Merion stands are kind of decimated right now. Folks have given up and they want to avoid some of this crush of traffic that's going to be on Markley Street right after this ball game.
We may get home tomorrow for Thanksgiving Day dinner.
That's right. I hope my mom saves me something to eat because I just may miss dinner.
I'll tell you, no one has left Norristown side, though. If you look out, it's a shame we don't have a shot of the crowd right now. The stands are still packed on the Norristown side. Well,
we're going to see a lot of cheering when this ball game is over, and a lot of hugging by that Norristown team. They were really up for this ball game. Of course, especially the seniors wanted to win this ball game, and a lot's been said about this year with two fine teams, Norristown and Upper Merion. All right, Joe Vereen ready to go. Long count by Joe. Hand off to Wayne Denson. Penetration that time by the Upper Merion defense. And on the tackle for them was number, did you get that, Alan?
I thought it was number 10.
No, it wasn't Lou Daney. It was number 22. No, it can't be 22. That's Kelly. 26? No. Oh, we're prepared here. I think it was number 20, Joe Basil. In any event, 28 seconds left. 4th down and 4 now for Norristown. Coach Roger Grove out onto the field. Upper Merion, of course, calling the timeout.
I guess they're sending up the seniors.
And it looks like right now what the situation is, both coaches are sending in their seniors to play out this ball game. The last 28 seconds give them a chance to say they were in the annual clash between Norristown and Upper Merion.
I don't see which one's going to be.
In the ball game, of course, we have the punting units on now. Mike Danzy punting from his own goal line. And they'll go for the rush this time. Oh. Drew them off sides. Well, there's a big play. The long count, and it'll be a first down Norristown.
Jim Rodenbaugh and Joe Basil that time, number 14 and 20, jumped off on the left side of the line for Upper Merion.
So it'll be offsides against Upper Merion, and Norristown will have the ball first down with 28 seconds left, and that's the ball game.
I'll go back to the postgame.
So with 1st and 10, Joe Vereen will take his team and probably just sit on the ball. And he hands off inside to Carmen Bello. Bello up the middle for 4 yards, 3 yards, make it 2nd down and 7. And I don't think Upper Merion can stop the clock. We're in the countdown now. Let's listen to the crowd count down this ball game. And that's it, a Thanksgiving Day victory for Norristown. 32-14, the final score. The Eagles, winners of this Thanksgiving Day clash. We'll be back in just a moment with our post-game show.
happy or are we happy?
I'm here with the car.
No, the other one. Yellow tablet. Thanks, Larry. You too.
Well, our own phone number and everything. Take one.
You're crazy.
I'm all right, man.
So crazy.
Well, halftime, we saw 12-0 Norristown. Final score 32-14. Big win for Norristown.
That's right. Big win. That is the understatement, definitely. I tell you, the Eagles came out here. They set the tempo from the opening moments. Of course, it helped. Larry Carrasco fumbled on the first series for Upper Merion. Norristown came through then. The biggest thing, they changed the offensive game plan. Usually it's a running attack for Norristown. Today they came out here. Rich Melito hit Jerome Reinhardt on an out pattern to the left side, and after that fumble by Carrasco for a 39-yard touchdown, boom, then they come back again with that same play. You said it earlier in the game, run until it doesn't work anymore. They 2 touchdowns, Melito to Reinhardt, and that really set the tone. For a while there, in the third quarter, when Upper Merion scored those 2 touchdowns in a row, they pulled within, what, was it 19-14?
Yes.
It seemed like momentum had finally turned in favor of Norristown, and then suddenly that was it, once the turnovers took over once again.
That's right.
You know the winning number for football.
And the, I'll tell you, it's crazy when you do these things in the stands sometimes. But anyway, great game for the Eagles. Norristown came in here 10-1. This is the unofficial crown for Suburban 1 League Championship here. Upper Merion rated higher than Norristown, as we said in most of the media polls, coming in here at 10-0. Just a beautiful, great game for Norristown.
It's been a great season for us. We're very happy to be able to do these ball games here with Norristown. It's a nice climax for the Norristown fans. They saw a good ball game. We saw a lot of turnovers, but I don't think it was a sloppy game. I just think it was an aggressive game.
That's right, a lot of tough hitting. You saw Upper Merion for a while there seemed to lose their composure. Once Norristown jumped out, I think they surprised them so much, and they got very tentative on their defense for a while, and then those turnovers came back again and then really haunted them. It's been the case with Norristown most of the year on the turnovers. Today it was Upper Merion's turn, and they committed quite a few of them. They were at least around 6 or 7, I think. We don't have the official stats at the moment. The other touchdowns today, let's see. Well, of course, Melito to Reinhardt, that accounted for 2 touchdowns for the Eagles. Then Carmen Bello bowled his way through, and how many times have we seen that play this year? Bello just breaking through, going through the middle of the line for a touchdown. Melito kept one on quarterback sneak. That got Norristown another touchdown, and of course that end around to Rob Livingston. Livingston, not heard of much this year, a solid contributor to the Norristown Eagles, caught a few passes, good on those end arounds too. And this one paid off going in for the end zone. For Upper Merion, Chris McDonald, number 7. I remember his number before his name sometimes. He caught a 9-yard pass from Dan Corbin for 1 touchdown, and the other one was John Kelly went in over a 1-yard run for Upper Merion's other TD. And I'll tell you, I just want to mention for a couple key players today. Ken Lockhart, I think he was the most improved player. He, along with Damon Davenport this year from the Norristown defense. The Reinhardt brothers got the majority of the publicity this year, but I'll tell you, Lockhart and Davenport really anchored the rest of that line for Norristown. Lockhart, what did he have, 2 sacks today and a fumble recovery?
Yeah, big day for a lot of the Norristown ball team. I'd like to let all you people know, if we hadn't won, I wouldn't have taken my coat off to do the post-game show.
Well, I think you're crazy. I'm cold, but you're freezing.
Well, I'm going to go home and go to bed, I think.
We'd like to thank Sam Galbraith, who's produced this program for the Norristown School District, and of course Rob Schaefer and Pete Callahan and Ben Walters Jr., who have done such a fine job throughout this season running camera for us. They've got to be just as cold as us. Of course, they're up there now and we're here. That's not quite as fair. And we're done football. It's been a great season, but of course now we go on to basketball. Stay tuned to your cable channel, because you'll be seeing Norristown girls and varsity boys basketball games coming up.
That's right. Thank you for being with us.